What is up, fellow antelope hunters? This is video of Braden Hunnam's first antelope hunt out east, Colorado. We woke up. We're camping on the other side of the road. We woke up, drove down a little bit, and seen this herd kind of chilling in this little pocket. So we decided to put on a stalk and get on them. And gosh, there's probably 16, 17 of them. So you can imagine that many eyes on 4 people. Myself, my son, and Jordan, Braden's dad. So we let them crawl up the hill a little bit to see if they could get on them. And of course, we get spotted right away. So we kind of just sit and watch them, see what they're going to do. We end up watching them for quite a while. They didn't really run off because of us. They ran off because the lead doe kept wanting to hook left, and he kept pushing her back, but she eventually ran off, and then the whole herd just followed her. So we'll watch some of this footage and see what we got going here. So you'll see here, it looks like they're coming back to us, and we're like, sweet. So we wait for a bit, and then they kind of stop. I think they see us, but they don't know what we are. So we just sit tight, and they don't spook too much. But you'll see this doe here. She's wanting to go left, and the rest are just kind of milling. They would have came down if that doe would have kept going to the right, but she kept wanting to go left. So she does this a couple times, and then she makes a run for it, and then he takes off after her, and then the whole herd just trots off. And I mean, they're a half a mile in 2 minutes. So then it took us probably another 45 minutes or so, if not longer, to get back on them. And then of course the wind starts picking up by then, and then that starts messing with our range and our ballistics and everything else. So keep watching. We'll watch them take off here in a minute. So here we go. The chase begins. We got a little bit of terrain here that we're trying to creep around to see if they're just up here over on the other side, but they're way past those power lines by now, but we didn't know it, so we're kind of just creeping around. But once we get around this berm here and make sure there's nothing hiding back there, we get on it and start moving, and we eventually catch up with them. So we finally catch back up to him about 45 minutes later. As you can see, it's flat and super windy. So we didn't have much room for air here as far as spot and stock. We probably crawled up to about 250 yards and decided to see if we could get a shot off. So Braden took a shot at about 250 in the wind. We got a clean miss on that one. We packed up, ended up heading back to the truck, spotting a lone buck down the road. So we went after this lone buck, and we did get him. He shot him at about 150. Kind of ran in front of the truck. They jumped out on this little two-tracker by the corn that we were driving down, and he took a shot at it and smoked it. So you'll see his buck in the next clip. Awesome buck for his first Colorado antelope. Congratulations, Braden. It was awesome. Check it out. So we spotted this buck probably about a mile away. He was standing on the edge of the corn, and we figured we'd try to head him off. And sure enough, he came right where we wanted to. And he was spooked by us, so he ended up running past us. And then Jordan and Braden got out. He ran past us at full speed and then came to a stop at like 150. Turned around, stood still, broadside, and Braden smoked him. So it was a good, fast hunt on that one. I mean, it was spot him, drive down the road, head him off, jump out, shoot him. I mean, it was that quick. So we didn't really have time to film it because I had to let him out of the truck, and they ran down the road a bit and then got him. So check it out.
Good job, bud.
So as we're walking back to the truck, we find horny toad out there, and I haven't seen these little lizards in forever, since I was a kid, and it was cool to see him. He must have been out gathering up some food for the winter, because it was already early October, so it was cool to see him. Though we've seen a bunch of them. But on to Jordan's hunt. Now it's Jordan's turn. So what we decided to do was go and try to find those antelope that we had stalked earlier that morning. So what we did was broke out the old decoy. Never used it before. I mean, it looks good. You think it would work, but we put a stock on, or Gunner and Jordan put a stock on. I mean, we had nothing to lose. See if it works. So they went out and did it, but they ended up running from it. So it didn't work. I've never really had luck with decoys. I don't know if it's because they know it's a decoy and they can see us, or what. But they were probably a good, I don't know, 800 to 1,000 yards away. They maybe got up to about 400 yards with the decoy, and they ended up spooking and running. So pretty much packed back up, drove down the road, and kind of did the same thing, found another herd, and it was kind of jump out of the truck, run out into the field, and get on them. So we'll let this decoy attempt play out here. I'll let you guys check it out, and then we'll move on to Jordan's antelope that he got down.
See the little pocket right there? See it? Like a tenna. And then you gotta watch it follow up the leg. And then right home. I'll watch it happen. Old floppy lopey. So real quick and cramp.
Here, Sean, you wanna do it?
Pretty much. That's how you do it. Good? Good. Yeah. Sure, I'm loaded and ready.
I'll take a photo.
You'll follow up from back here? I like it. Please don't shoot me. Can you see them? They'll be straight in front of you. If you see the posts out there, the wooden post and then the metal post, they'll be to the right of that metal post.
I see him. You see him?
Yeah. See that patch of trees way over there? They're below it. To the right of that post. Oh no, that's what it was. Yep, I see him. Just straight out, there's a wooden post. They're just past that wooden post.
I mean, what an awesome stock that is. I mean, killer video, everything. If we could have got one down, God, that would have been an awesome shot. But we didn't, so we're going to move on to the next clip, and it's Jordan harvesting his buck.
Sounded like a hit. Holy shit. He got it. He got it.
Where,
down.
where is it?
Oh, over here. Right here.
Trying to back out.
No, leave it right there. He's right there.
Again, this was another fast out of the truck, run out into the field, get on them before they see us, stock. So I had to jump out real quick and jumped in the back of the pickup and filmed as much as I could. But we got it done.
He's down.
He's down, but he's still going. He's trying to get up.
So I'm driving and all I hear is stop, stop, stop. Pull over. They get out and start running. I don't even know how big this buck is, but you'll see him. He's a decent buck. I mean, he's a good buck. One of the bigger bucks we've shot out here.
You gonna mount that one?
Not a full body mount.
That's a big one.
That's we cover that shit.
Jeez.
Shit,
That was probably your first shot.
that's a big one, dude.
All right, 2 down, 1 to go. This is Gunner's chance to get his. We spot this one early morning. I mean, sun just come up, I think. We ended up seeing him probably half a mile out and decided to put a stalk on him. We walked halfway and then crawled halfway. And the bummer deal is we forgot our knee pads. If you notice in the other clips, we've got some pretty heavy duty knee pads on because the burrs out here are bad, and it just hinders your stalk. I mean, it takes you twice as long because they are just poking the crap out of you. But we end up seeing this one probably 1,000 yards out. We walk probably a quarter of the way, crawl about halfway, and then we get up to 400 yards, and he's still bedded. And then, of course, we come to the flat terrain again where we don't have much to hide behind. He ends up standing up. Gunner does take a shot at him, and it's a clean miss. And we end up watching him run, so we try to gather ourselves, get back to the truck as quick as we can, and then drive to the other side to see if we could head him off, but we couldn't find him. So check out this brutal sticker stock. This stock probably took us 2.5, 3 hours. And once we got up on him and seen him, you could tell how wide he is. I mean, he's super wide. And God, we were hoping to get him. I think he was just a little too far out of range. But he looks like a really good wide buck. But that's hunting.
Full of pokies.
What's going on, Gunner?
Well, I shot and missed. I shot at a buck and missed. Not sure of the distance. It was pretty far, but he ran over the hill. Trying to get in front of him, see if we can get on him again and get a good shot.
We never did find that buck. He opened up the vortex and ran into it. I don't know where he went. It's amazing how flat it is and how far you can see, and then, 4 or 5 animals just disappear like that. So we move on. We spot some more and keep at it. These ones were a little too far as well. So we just we keep going. We end up getting on some, probably perfect terrain down in a gully, 150 yards. Ended up running to us at 50 yards. Ended up shooting him and got Gunner a nice buck. So we were successful in everybody's hunt. I also had a tag, but I now enjoy just taking all my friends and family out and getting them on a good animal and harvesting them some meat for the freezer. Don't get me wrong, I love to shoot a big buck just like anybody else, but I think I like the enjoyment of getting my friends and family onto a nice, decent animal, and the challenge of getting on them is just as fun. This stalk was pretty fun. Just past the yuccas there, I had to stop and send Gunner in because there was just way too many eyes on us. We had muleys down at the bottom. We had a whitetail bedded down at the bottom, a good 8-point. We had a giant antelope just on the other side of the horizon above Gunner's head. He was bedded. We thought he was a mule deer. He was so big. That would have been the one I would have went after, but it is what it is. And then we had all the eyes of the doe down here at the bottom. So I'm trying to film as best as I can, but I can't move a lot because I don't want to jeopardize the hunt and have them run because there's just too many eyes on us. We had so many animals just down in this little draw. So I stayed back and filmed what I could. I'd like to try to get the kill shots, but we just didn't have the time, one, because it was so fast and furious on the other 2 hunts, and then Gunner's hunt, I didn't want to jeopardize it by moving around and setting tripods up and moving along, but we did it, and we had a great time.
Turn this head a little bit so I see them cutters.
Thank you guys for watching The Heart of Hunting, family and friends. It's always a joy, really, to go out and harvest our animals in Colorado. Stay tuned for Gunner's epic, epic, epic archery deer hunt in September. I'll post that up here soon. Thanks again.